Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Bonjour à tous. Aujourd'hui, je veux vous parler des vaccins et de ce qu'on fait pour la relance après cette pandémie. Je veux aussi parler des mesures qu'on prend pour continuer à avancer sur le chemin de la réconciliation. Commençons d'abord par les vaccins. I can now confirm that Canada will receive over 2 million doses of the Pfizer vaccine every week until the end of August. Following our shipments this month, that means more than 9 million doses arriving in July and another 9.1 million in August. Given the demand for these vaccines, we've also negotiated an option for 3 million more Pfizer doses to be delivered in September. We'll keep getting shipments secured until everyone can get their shots. But at the pace we're going, that target is well within reach. 65% of eligible Canadians have now received at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine. That makes Canada the G20 country with the highest percentage of the population with a first shot. That is really encouraging. Because the more people are vaccinated, the safer we all are, and the closer we all get to being through this crisis. In other words, you have reason to be hopeful about this summer and this fall. So let's start looking forward to more of what we love, from camping to dinner with friends. Le Canada va recevoir plus de 2 millions de doses du vaccin de Pfizer chaque semaine jusqu'à la fin du mois d'août. Les vaccins vont nous mener vers des jours meilleurs. Hier, j'ai eu l'occasion de discuter avec des bénévoles de la campagne Plus vite, tous ensemble, un groupe qui rassemble des intervenants du secteur commercial et industriel, ainsi que des gens du monde syndical et de tous les milieux pour encourager la vaccination partout au pays. Ils font un excellent travail et on est ici pour soutenir ce genre d'initiative. On travaille tous ensemble dans la même direction. Et en parlant de travailler ensemble, aujourd'hui, je veux aussi aborder un autre sujet très important, la réconciliation. This has been a painful week for so many Indigenous people and communities across the country. On Wednesday, Minister Bennett announced funding that is ready to be deployed immediately to support survivors, families, and communities harmed by the terrible wrongs of the residential school system. $27 million is now available to Indigenous communities to find and honor children who died at these institutions. This is something that communities have asked for, and we've long been here to support that. Of course, we also know that residential schools were only one piece of a larger colonial system, and the work to right these wrongs, both past and present, is far from over. Hier, le plan d'action national a été présenté en réponse au rapport final de l'enquête sur les femmes et les filles autochtones disparues et assassinées. Dans le cadre de ce plan, on a aussi lancé notre contribution, la Voie fédérale, qui décrit ce que notre gouvernement va faire pour donner suite aux appels du rapport final. On accélère notre travail et nos investissements pour améliorer la vie des peuples autochtones, toujours en partenariat avec eux. When we took office in 2015, this was the reality. Indigenous kids were receiving on average only 2/3 of their share of funding for education as compared to non-Indigenous students. There was underinvestment in schools on reserve across the country. 0 Jordan's principal requests were granted, and in 10 years under Stephen Harper, there was no serious work done on lifting long-term drinking water advisories. In the years since, we have made progress. Depuis 2015, environ 33 000 enfants ont maintenant de nouvelles ou de meilleures écoles pour apprendre. On a soutenu plus de 828 000 demandes en vertu du principe de Jordan pour que des enfants puissent rester en santé. On a implémenté l'équité en ce qui concerne le financement de l'éducation primaire et secondaire pour les étudiants autochtones, tout en s'assurant que les jeunes aient accès à de l'éducation dans leur langue, adaptée à leur culture et tenant compte des priorités locales. Et partout au pays, On a fait des progrès pour combler des lacunes qui existaient depuis trop longtemps, notamment en levant plus de 100 avis concernant la qualité de l'eau potable à long terme. Et ce ne sont que quelques exemples de ce qu'on a fait. Just this week, in Parliament, we officially created the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. We've moved forward so that our citizenship oath now includes recognition of Indigenous peoples. And the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples has made it through the House, and I call on the Senate to ensure that it passes very soon. Overall, 80% of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission calls to action that fall under our government's responsibility are completed or well underway. This is progress, but there is much more to do. That's why we're giving more control to Indigenous communities over healthcare, as well as making sure there are fewer Indigenous peoples in the criminal justice system. Indigenous peoples across the country should feel safe and respected and should have a real and fair chance at success. Together, this is the future we must all build. Finally, I want to talk about this morning.